Welcome everybody who are watching my spoken words and today I am going to discuss about how to spoken English. It is the most important. Hi guys, sometimes we are not talking English because of not having the idea that how to talk English. Very important. This is for everybody to know. You know that there are straightforward procedure and some method for learning this language, and if we don't practice by depending on the straightforward procedure and methods, so it's make us very difficult for learning English, and that is why we can't be fluent on this language. That is why we can't learn this language. This is very difficulty for us, and it is making us so difficult, and that is why we cannot understand everything about how to learn spoken. Everybody who are always wasting our times, and so always they don't care about practice is a one kinds of things which can help us to learn this language, and how to possible for us to learn this language without practicing, so we have to practice. How can we learn this language? Always we needs to think, and thinking is one kinds of things makes us best and makes us perfect by thinking. Always we needs to seek the how many easiest way to learn this language. It is the most important parts of our lives, and you know that several times we can not understand the meanings of the language, meanings of the words. That is why we are having so many troubles to understand the meanings of the words, so we can't understands everything easily. That is makes us very difficult, and so we have to practice every day. Practice makes us best and very perfect and straightforward procedure, and there are so many easiest way to learn this language, and by practice things, by doing the practice, so very easy this is for us to learn this language, and always we have to practice depending on the easiest way and making good kinds of sentence. That means every times we have to make the thousand sentence, and it helps us increase our knowledge, increase our capability for learning this language, and without making sentence, and it is very bad us, and that is most bad habits not for learning this language, and that is why we can't be fluent on this language. And saga sentence makings can help you to learn this language, that able to understand everything's short times. But I know everything, so I know make the sentence. I know every grammatical rules for making sentence. I know that how to make the sentence by using the present indefinite tense. I know that how to make the sentence present continuous tense or present perfect tense and every tense, but I cannot speak this language because of not having the practicing in our lives and because of not having proper idea about this language. That is so important for us to practice, and always we have to practice. That means we can tell about a sentence, and so that means he is going to markets, and he is going to school, he is going to field to play footballs, and again we can ask these questions to many people, to our friends, and it is one kind of way to learn this language. But we can ask to him that where are you going now, and where did you go, and this is a fast forms, and or else possible to ask by making various kinds of asking questions, and making our questions is increase our knowledge for increase our capability, and very easy this is for us to ask to somebody to want something from him, and by asking is the most important. If we don't know that how to ask to anybody by making questions, so we are not able to learn this spoken, we are not able to speak fluently. This is the most important part and parcels, and so always we and some I am noticing, and this is very often, and it is seen by me to see. That means most of the peoples are not curious to learn this language, and when some peoples are when some peoples are going to practice, but sometimes they are being scared, they are being shamed, and this is the most important barrier for not learning this language, and being shame, being afraid, being scared to mess bad things in our lives, and always it can be destroyed our future, it can be damaged our future, so that we can avoid it from our lives, and when we are able to avoid it from our lives, then we will be perfect, and you can learn this language. You able to learn this language by avoiding every bad things from your lives, and so always you have to be careful about this language. Hi guys, you know that if you don't learn this language, and how to possible for you to make a business with the foreign buyers, and if you want to learn this language, so very easy. This is for you to make a business, and everything's different on this language. You know that how much important this is for you to develop this language, and by talking, by speaking, by learning, and by reading, and by listening, and that means four skills must be developed in your life, so that you can make a business, so that you can get a good kinds of jobs, or so that you can go to the any country. That means this is most important part and parcels, and so always you needs to think that how to practice. That means if you maybe thinks that you do not find a person who will share with you for learning this language, who will share with you conversations, but at the times if you do not find any persons, so you needs to talk with yourselves and alone. It is the best way to talk, and it is the best way to learn this language, and talking with yourselves increase your knowledge, increase your capability, develop your skills by learning, by talking yourselves. And if you do not find any persons, and so at the time you have to practice yourself, you have to practice alone, and lonely practice increase your capability. And this is the way, this is the system, and depending on the practice, very easy this is. And always you have to make thousand and thousand sentence, and sometimes you make the sentence by depending on the present indefinite tense, and sometimes you make the sentence by depending on the continuous tense, sometimes you make the sentence by depending on the present perfect tense, sometimes you make the sentence by depending on the present perfect continuous tense. And very easy this is for you. But I can't understand that always I am experiencing some problems about listening, but I can speak language, but when a person's ask to me some things, when a person is asked to me about some things, and at the times I can't understand what he tells me. That is most difficult for me to understand about his tellings, and it is the most important problem for me to understand what he tells to me, what he asks to me, because of not having listening powers in my experience, and I cannot understand the meanings of his telling. I cannot understand the meanings of his speaking. This is most difficult, and for me, that why I cut out this problem, why I cut out this troubleshooting way, and why how to possible for me to remove this weakness, so that I can listen, so that I can understand, listens, everything is possible for me to understands, and makes me perfect for listenings, and makes me perfect for understanding everything, being able to understand everything shortly, and how to understand shortly. This is very important for me. That is why I needs to be practiced, and practice makes me perfect, but I don't believe it. And this is the most problems for me, so that. And what kinds of way is most important for me, and in what way I should to practice, and in what way I will need to practice is the most important. And this is a system, this is a procedure to do the practice. And most important, everybody, hi guys, today you are the best of you, and I hope all the best of you, and expect your best success of your lives.